Hey everybody, today is the day. The day has finally come for all of the hype and all of the cookies and all of the teasers or whatever they call them in movie things, you know, where we're throwing little treats out there for you but not really telling you what's going on. It's finally here. Today's the day we're going to tell you what's going on. We actually filmed this back when we went to Florida, and there was a reason that we actually went to Florida, and we never got to tell you guys about what that reason was because it was all secret, and it was kind of a big, you know, espionage thing, and it is all secrets revealed today. This is something for us that is really big. It's a huge step forward for us. It's a huge kind of dream come true of where I was first inspired to come into this whole entire industry and to where we are today, and to just come full circle from what made me make the move to doing that exact thing now. So thank you very much for watching. It's all thanks to you guys. Thank you so very much. Like, subscribe, don't change that dial because we're about to light the motorcycle world back on fire.
Was basically hanging out at your shop, and we started kind of talking shit, coming up with some ideas. And one of the ideas was taking a bike and basically building it off.
Same bike but not.
Yeah.
Similar but not. You've got a Road Glide.
I do. So we've done recent reveals on the channel. It's a brand new 2024 Harley Davidson Road Glide, chosen in white because it is a very crispy, beautiful white. We're gonna change a lot of that. And you chose
a 2024 Street Glide, also in pearl white, because that white is amazing.
Right.
As soon as I saw it sparkle, I thought Cadillac, and
yeah,
I need to have that in my life. So
blinding. It's the only time I've ever chosen like a light colored bike, white bike.
We built a white bike once for a giveaway, but it's not a color I would ever choose. No.
Right. Yeah,
I'm normally black and chrome for almost everything that I like to build, but it is. I think it's going to be rad. We've got some good ideas. We've got a shelf full of parts, and we're going to have a little friendly competition.
Yes.
As friendly as it can be.
Friendly, and I hope you take the loss well. So
I am really good at shit and very humble, so I think everything will be fine.
Luckily, I've got an awesome team behind me, as does Kruesi. So in all of this, we hope to bring you guys some really entertaining content. We're going to be posting up in kind of a complimentary release schedule. So we are going to kind of coordinate it so that you guys can follow along with both builds. Now, the difference in biker build off, so if you guys didn't watch that show from, what was it now, 15, 20 years ago?
20 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, 20 years ago now.
My God, I've gotten old.
You guys aren't familiar with it, be sure to check it out. But the thing, when they gave these guys, like these biker, these builders back in the day, they gave them a week, which is insane for a build, especially of the stuff like the caliber that we're going to be doing this stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
And so we're doing longer than a week. I think we're aiming for reveal we're shooting for December, right
before the new models come out in January. We would like to be on point for that. That gives us enough time, because if you have a short period of time, you're limited on how really hard you can go with the build. So if we have until, from what is it now, May to December, we could get to a point where we're finally done, and then we'd go, nope. But shit, I got a month, I could do even more. Yeah. I think by the time December comes around, we should both have some pretty remarkable motorcycles.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yes.
So, since we are doing a biker build-off, I'm not sure if we're using that name yet, but we'll see. We're going to kind of experiment with it.
Trademark ran out.
That's true. Also had another good recommendation. What was it, Trent?
Battle of the Builders.
Battle of the Builders.
Biker build-off Battle of the Builders.
So, since this whole concept has been done before, we figured that it would be good to talk to one of the OGs of this format.
Maybe first you guys could comment down below and give us some title names.
Yeah.
Throw down all your ideas of what you think it should be if we're not running biker build off. But it'd probably be biker build off.
Man,
we could get a blessing.
Just sounds right. Yeah, we could get a blessing. From the Godfather himself, Billy Land.
There you go.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Absolute legend. You did more biker build off episodes than anybody else, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was on the very first one, and then I did 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, that's definitely more than everybody. The top dude, one of my personal idols. For me, even being here blows my mind, quite honestly.
The trade places?
No, I'll get all nervous while we talk. But super honored. Billy is going to kind of give us a little advice.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a lot of fun. It's always interesting. What I always loved about Biker Build Off was you had two totally different approaches to kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know everybody I ever did one with, like even Indy and Larry, for example. We do the same thing, but we do two totally different ways of getting everything done, and it's really the contrast to that is what makes it great. Always a Harley Davidson platform to work from, right?
Yep, the one and only.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're riding a motorcycle, you might as well ride the one that comes along with a little self-respect. It's called Harley Davidson. You got any rules or stipulations or any guidelines that you think we should follow, or maybe not follow, or not even just run it free?
I mean, I'm not big on rules, but when you think you're done, you need 2 more weeks.
Yep.
So give you guys yourselves that kind of time. I've always noticed that people think something's done. Oh, it's almost done. Like, it's almost needs 2 more weeks, 2 more months. So
The never ending, never ahead.
where you guys gonna ride them to? Where you're riding to yet?
So that's up in the air. We're also, you can comment down below for any kind of suggestions, but we're shooting for a venue around December. We would all like to meet up somewhere, do a ride to the event like back in the day, and then have some sort of, a People's Choice Award bike show. Maybe we do a little racing. Maybe we do a little something else we can compete against each other with. How much luggage we can load on our shit, or
How many beers?
who can do the longest burnout.
Yeah.
Longest burnout? I mean,
Moving, not in one place.
no,
Roller? Yeah, you got roller game?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll make it happen. Give Chris a Shingo 777. I'll run a burner out of the pile out in the back in the sun. We'll make it happen. It's going to be big. We're going to go big production with this. We're going to go real serious with the bike builds. If you guys have watched any one of our channels at all, we don't mess around when it comes to building motorcycles. We're going to go hard. We have sponsors on board. There is going to be some big stuff going on. Harley Davidson is in the house. This is it. All you've been waiting around, wishing Biker Build Off was back, wishing some motorcycle shit would come to television. Well, guess what? It's not coming to television because television doesn't care about us. YouTube does.
Well,
So we're making our own.
You can watch YouTube on your television.
That's right. I watch all the commercials just so I pretend like I'm watching old school television.
Too premium, my guy.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
Dude, shit didn't exist. I'm older, so like you had to
So
watch
you
the
have to watch
commercials.
commercials.
That's right.
I'm gonna sit and
Bro,
watch the commercials.
time
It
is
takes
money.
me right back. Takes me back to the old ways. It makes me feel like I'm on TV, But yes, it's gonna happen. Really honored to have Billy here. Really honored to have a little advice from somebody that knows what they're doing and has been through this road before. And it is gonna be a roller coaster, a virtual thrill ride.
So for those of you that don't know, how you ask like where you're going to ride to, whenever you guys structured that, like back in the day on Biker Build Off, how did you guys usually handle shaping that whole thing up?
I mean, they would just say, we're going to Sturgis or we're going to Laconia. We're leaving on this day, and we try to be ready.
Like you were in Florida.
Yeah, I was not even a mile down the road when we did all those shows back, 20 years ago. But we would literally finish that bike and be on the road in 6-8 hours after we finished that bike.
Man,
that's how quick it was.
shaking it down on the road.
Shake it down on the road, yeah. So you had to kind of, but you guys both have a lot of experience. When you ride every day and you ride them hard, what's going to fall off, what's going to break, what's going to work, and what won't work.
Yeah.
So having that that makes it a lot easier. And then now, you guys are riding Milwaukee 8s. It's pretty hard to break one.
I can.
Yeah.
Did you have a say in the planning of the ride and stuff like that, or were they just throwing it at you? Like you're meeting here and you're riding to here.
Yeah, we had no say in anything. They were, a lot of times back then they didn't have drones. They were using helicopters to do aerial shots.
Oh wow!
So-
Yeah, that was expensive.
Yeah, so they say we have a
Wow.
helicopter going to meet us tomorrow at 1 p.m. So we have to be here at a certain time. So
Yeah.
if we were breaking down or whatever, we'd ride all night. Yeah, I was almost always late. Everybody called me Billy Late back in the day, and
Beautiful.
I rode most of my stuff. I'd ride at night because I was behind for whatever reason, But I was also, I wasn't building like a tame bike. I was building wild stuff that was going to give you problems, in the shop and on the road.
What happened to all those bikes?
That was a wild time back then, and we'd ride it to the venue that we did Biker Build Off and sold on the spot.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was
Like money you couldn't turn down.
champagne problems, man.
Right.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
That is amazing. One of my first questions for Billy when we started talking today was it really a week? Did you guys really have a week to build those? Because I honestly never believed that. Because I've been building bikes for almost 20 years, and to do one in a week, especially as custom as you were doing, you were building art pieces back then, like real custom. We're assemblers for the most part these days. It's the real custom bike building era. I think has kind of gone by the wayside, and it's more of a high-end motorcycle assembler, I would say.
Mhm.
You know, I fab a lot of things and stuff like that, but when it comes down to it, I'm fancying up a Harley Davidson. You were building a full-off custom motorcycle frame, everything, and to do that in a week, to me, is mind-blowing.
There's a lot to do. I mean, you know, because I think I told you earlier, the first one was, you know, probably 2.5, 3 weeks of time. And then right away they condensed it down to a week or 10 days. And that's not enough time to do anything.
No.
You know, paint, chrome,
Yeah.
custom seat, you know, shakedown. You know, a week of 20-hour days probably. I probably slept 3 or 4 hours a night.
Yeah, I
That's
can
it, if that,
believe it.
you know.
One of the tricks you said is that you would act like you were leaving.
Yeah. I tricked the producers, tell them, hey, I got to go. And then, so they would leave my shop. Because if they thought I was going to stay and work, they wouldn't leave. So I'd tell them I'm leaving, and then they would leave, and then I'd come back and work all night.
Build a bike into film, like when we do videos of me building a bike and that film process, that 5-hour job turns into a 15-hour job because there's film sets and there's stopping for this and then retake this and this wasn't on or my battery's dead or you're going back and forth. You turn that thing into 3 times as much work.
Yeah.
So then that on top of it and to do it in a week that's pretty amazing.
It was stressful, but at the same time, you know, it was like I use that now. I'm so glad I did it because now when I'm on a deadline, like I can do that. I did it. You know, I did it and then rode a bike from Chicago to Laconia the next day.
Yeah.
So you know, that's how I gauge things now when I'm on a deadline. I just have to get this done, work through the night. You know, even if I'm tired, I don't feel like doing it. You know, man up.
You know, you can do it now.
Yeah.
I like 6 months personally for a motorcycle build.
I think you do most of the work the last month.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. I got 6 months
do your best
of
work.
looking at it going, you know, I want to do this last month, and then the push, you know. When I worked at NASI, I told you before, like before any bike event, the last week was, you know, 100 hours nonstop, and it was intense. And it was fun, though. It was fun.
I'm always that way now. I tell my wife, hey, Daytona Bike Week's in 3 weeks. So be ready for some late nights and some weekends. You know, same with Sturgis. And, you know, we're doing a lot less events now than we used to do, but, like, we're getting ready for our races.
But where are you going to be this year? Where can people find you?
So we race at Daytona twice a year, you know, Sons of Speed. We race at Daytona Bike Week and Daytona Biketoberfest. And then we have our Sons of Speed 10 Jam races Memorial Day weekend, you know, up in Tennessee, just south of Nashville.
Nice.
So we're getting ready to go there. It's kind of like a very fast Harley Davidson museum on wheels. Everything runs.
It's a whole lot of money going real fast around a motorcycle.
Yeah. I'm going to try and ride the Crocker this summer to Sturgis. I got 2 big trips planned. I had a 1937 Knucklehead I had years ago, 25 years ago. I sold it. I bought it back almost 2 years ago now. I have to go get it. It's in California. I'm probably going to go get it and ride it home. I'll stop in and see you guys.
Do it. That would be awesome.
And then you know, want to go to Sturgis.
Grin almost cried over there.
I mean, that's the thing. You know, it's like I could have it shipped today, right? But that's not fun.
Yeah.
Man, come through and see us. We'll take you to the stunt lot, show you how to do some wheelies.
I'll just watch you guys do some wheelies, man.
It'd be awesome. Been riding that CVO. If anyone has not ridden a CVO, the new 24 CVO Harley Davidson,
CVO Road
dude,
ST.
it's unreal. There's an ST CVO?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
It's the first year for the CVO ST.
Man, I love Harley Davidsons, but usually you get on a stock Harley Davidson, you're like, man, I got to get rid of the suspension. I got to change all this shit. The suspension is unreal. I have 2 complaints. The grips are too big around, and the floorboards are a little too small. That's my only thing that I would change on that motorcycle. Everything else on it is absolutely dialed.
The floorboards being that small is both a gift and a curse because you can actually turn your boot sideways and wedge them in between the shifter and the brake.
Yeah. Using a little, well, I got my high top boots on right now,
Boots,
but
bro.
a little feeler
What are you
gauge.
doing?
Ooh, I got some cowboy boots at home. I know what time it is.
Let the builds commence.
Pick your team. Beautiful. Thank you. Dude.
Sure.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
man.
much, man.
That is amazing. I have something important real quick.
What was that?
Where did Blockhead come from?
Originally, whenever I was thinking of a name for the channel, I thought Engine Block. I also thought, since I started with the Sportster, of all sorts of Sportster names, and then I'm like, no, if I do that, that's going to really if I do anything outside of Sportster, it's going to suck.
Sportster guy for life.
Yeah. I thought Engine Block, and so I wrote down Engine, I wrote down Block. I had a big old list of just words, and I started researching Evo, the Sporty Evo, and I came across Blockhead, like it used to be called. Blockhead, like panhead,
Evo was
shovelhead.
originally a blockhead.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
Yeah, it was a reference as a blockhead. It never stuck. But
Yeah.
it was a name that somewhere was tried for a time.
Yeah.
He has the we have the shirt that says Blockhead. It's the diagram, and there's all the things that go to Blockhead. But that diagram was originally referenced as Blockhead.
Yeah.
It's the Blockhead engine.
So
a lot of history.
You're like, shit, I learned some shit today.
I did, man, all week. I feel like
week.
all learning all these things I should have known, quite honestly.
So yeah, it was just kind of lost. Like people didn't use the name anymore, and so I was like, well, it's the engine that I'm starting on, so Blockhead.
Imagine if it was XL head, right? Or sporty guy. Where would you be now?
Probably not sitting here with you.
Hi, I'm sporty guy.
So yeah, we just got back from Billy Lane's, and he's giving us some tips, tricks, pointers. His approval, his blessing, being Godfather, obviously. Biker Build Off. For those of you not familiar with Biker Build Off, I do highly recommend going to check out those original videos. We are not backed by a budget like that production company, that originally hosted it. So we're gonna put our own twist on it. We are literally the creators, the builders, the marketers, the fabricators, we do all of it. And we're gonna try to hit a release schedule of every 2 weeks or so. Here's the schedule of our releases.
It's official,
So this is what we do.
professionally done. So this is basically where the build-off starts. It's who builds the best pony.
Oh, I've seen this pony a time or two.
We can't show that pony.
That's
I don't know. It's just, some
What was-
channels are different than some
what
other
was,
channels.
Wow, just strung out.
that thing.
Now that there is a masterpiece right there.
If you don't frame that,
That's a tattoo right there. If one of you guys don't get that shit tattooed on you, you ain't got a heroin on your body. Dick pics and everything else aside, we are doing Biker Build Off.
Yeah,
It
let's
is
get
Biker
real.
Build Off. Harley Davidson is involved. We do have sponsors. We do have things to make this happen. But really what it boils down to is you guys are making this happen. And so the more that you guys get involved with us and the more that you guys get involved with the channels, the more we can actually really run with this and actually make something out of this and turn this into maybe something that's not just this one season of this. This could be bringing back an era, a bygone era of the glory days of motorcycle building. And it's got me very, very inspired and very pumped up to build a bike again.
Yeah,
I've been looking for some motivation. I've needed something to get the fire going back in, because 15 years of putting shocks on a Harley Davidson gets a little old, so it's exciting to have something that we can kind of get after each other and have a little competition and build some dope shit. We've got very similar platforms, two different perspectives. And if you watch either channel, we go hard with everything that we build. So this is gonna be serious. I think this is gonna be one of those, when we put on Game of Stunt and we have the guys go trick for trick, everyone always comes out with something new. We always see something new innovative tricks, some new crazy shit, because they have to push each other. So I think that our two brands battling each other to outbuild each other, I think we're definitely gonna see something new.
We got some plans up our sleeves already.
Yep, my sleeves are a little tighter, because this is a really small shirt. We will have a lot of stuff to come, and we're probably going to wrap this up around December is the game plan. We're looking for a venue to wrap this up around. We had a plan for Sanctuary Modded Culture, but this guy's getting married on that date, which is absolutely disrespectful, I think. We tried to talk him out of it.
How dare you?
Maybe get your priorities straight and change it. I am an ordained minister. I offered to marry him at the event, but
We offered to bring him over for ours, but there's conflict.
we're going to find something. We're going to work on something. It will be something big, something rad that we will promote for you guys that you can come out to and see the bikes in person. And we'll be all over the place too. You'll be in Sturgis, right?
Yep.
We'll be in Sturgis. You can see the
bringing the bikes in that stage there.
Yeah, potentially. Well, I don't think people will see it, but I'd really like to come over for the next Metro Mayhem thing. Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Oh,
Just
man.
get a vibe.
You got a place to stay.
I
Come
really
out.
want to bring Brian to it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Come out.
I really want to just push these worlds together.
I have a nice spare bedroom that's like a hotel room my wife set up for people when they don't ever come and stay at our house. And Trent has 15 bedrooms at his house. It's gigantic.
Go to a hotel.
He does. He actually owns a
Small hotel. Yeah. Lots of what?
Y'all's thoughts on Biker Build Off?
I think it's dope. I mean, I think having the two channels come together, because like Ryan was saying, we go hard at what we do. You guys have like this like stunt world vibes. We have like this performance side, and I think bringing them together for the greater good is going to be sick.
I'm excited to see Ryan motivated to build a motorcycle again. It's been quite some time.
I'm a grouchy old bitch for a while. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It is what it is.
That's why you guys get along so well.
Well, I mean, you know, you understand. Like, you do this for so long, and I still love motorcycles. Don't get me wrong. I love them to death. But when you work 12 hours a day for 15 years straight on motorcycles, it definitely takes a toll, and the whole like
The enjoyment level.
yeah, the yay kind of
goes
goes by the
away.
wayside, and you need something to fire you back up again. And this has got me pumped, dude. Like, Billy Lane was an honor, and it was super rad to meet him. And Blockhead and you guys have shown us an amazing time out here, and Harley and everybody. And
Giving you only our finest of beverages.
I'm on fire. And look at this. I'm drinking the manliest shit you've ever seen in your life right now.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him excited about something and to see this bike come together at the shop. It's going to be rad. I'm excited to do what I can to help. I'm excited for this whole endeavor and see what we can turn out of these motorcycles.
We're gonna get Justin
Out of these
Turner.
fresh motorcycles.
Right.
These are brand new 2024s too. Like,
Fresh, amazing
Yeah.
riding motorcycles, and you're not going to
we're
hear
used
me
to riding
say that.
20-year-old clapped out Dynas. You know, so
Yeah.
to get a nice fresh M8, yeah, let's.
I've had a brand new MA. We built a 21 for House of Harley. That series is in our stuff, the House of Harley build. And it was a great bike. It was a great bike, but I swear on my skin, you will never hear me say, this is a great motorcycle stock. This is a great motorcycle stock. The suspension feels good. It's also like hard for me to want to tear it apart because it's nice.
Right, yeah.
Nice. It's perfect. I love the handlebars. I mean, they look like shit, but I love
position.
the feel. The position is perfect. It was the most comfortable ride I've had. I feel so in control of the bike. They feel smaller. They feel way more nimble. The suspension is impressive, and you're not ever going to hear me say that about a Harley Davidson. I swear on my skin. Watch some of our channels. I talk plenty of shit, and I keep it very 100% about how I feel about how they build their things. I love the motorcycles, but you buy them to make them better. That's the whole point, to build them and make them your own. This is a goddamn good bike. I feel like they've finally stepped on the level with like BMW and the baller bikes out there. They're the baller bike. They've got the baller bike now.
Yeah.
And water cooled. Whew. Water cooled heads. Water cooled whatever. Like, we rode in, it was hot yesterday.
Yeah, well,
And I wasn't burning up. It was awesome.
I don't want to hear any complaints from you guys about the ride yesterday. Thank you, Blockhead.
100%.
Thank
yes.
you, all the boys here, for the hospitality. Thank you, Billy Lane, if you're watching, which is mind-blowing to me. Thank you, Harley Davidson. Matt over at Harley Davidson, couldn't do this without you for sure. And thank you guys watching
Yeah,
the channel.
100%.
All the views, all the support, all the comments, all the purchases on the website, everything. Got us out here in Florida, got us together doing this rad event, and build up. Stoked.
Because of you guys watching and you guys supporting us and supporting Blockhead and supporting Chris and Justin and all these people out here, you are going to let us light a fire back in the custom world and bring back something that was very dear to us and got us all motivated to do this, except for Blockhead because he was young and missed out on Biker Build Off.
I was in middle school.
I was in middle school. Young ass muffs, but it is it's just super thankful, super very thankful to all of you that watch and support us and have stood by all of us through all this shit.
You talking to Billy yesterday and being like, if you weren't on Biker Build Off, I wouldn't be a motorcycle mechanic. And you talking about like your inspirations and whatnot, like the experience that you guys have, you know, obviously fucking heavyweights. I'm a baby in this whole industry, but to be able to like kind of bring all this together, to me, it's like standing beside you, I say I don't feel worthy. Beside you, I don't feel worthy. And then when we're at Billy Lane's shop, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just like, what the f is happening right now?
That was
But
an
man,
emotional day
yeah,
for me.
goosebumps, man.
All the way, dude. Like that was amazing.
And to get time, like we didn't, y'all may not see everything, but to just have the time that we had to just talk, share stories, listen to his experiences, and also be complimented by him. Like he watches us. That's mind blowing. Oh my god, isn't
I didn't
it?
even know how to react to it.
I
He's
know,
like,
I'm like,
"Oh, I watch your
whoa."
videos. I love my. He says
I
like,
was like, I love what you do. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I don't see these guys like fanboy out often.
So,
oh, I was
rare
stuttering.
shit.
I know.
His voice went up.
I swear, he watered up a couple times when he got given those risers. I swear.
Oh yeah, that was heavy, dude. He's like, hey, I got something I really want to give you. These risers that Indian Larry gave me, and I want to give them to you. I'm like, what? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sure, brother. I'm like, oh my god, this is it's two of my just icon idols, you know. And Indian Larry passed 20 years ago almost, and then Billy Lane and Jesse Rook, like he rest in peace too. Like those were the dudes. And never got to meet Indian Larry because it was before my time, but was really good friends with Rook, and then to meet Billy Lane and Billy to be so inviting and so cool,
Super humble.
super cool. Like, just a really good dude to talk to. It was amazing, and to hear the stories and just get to pick his brain about all the shit from back then when I was just a kid fanboying out on him, and then to him just lay out the real everything about it. It was amazing, absolutely
Very
amazing.
amazing.
Very amazing week all together. You know, thank you guys very much. This has been surreal. Like, never thought I'd even end up in Florida. I grew up in a town that was the size of that toolbox, and then to be doing this now, like, all of you can do it. Watch these videos, get pumped, get off the goddamn couch, and get out there and get after your life. Because you can be anything you want to be. An astronomical amount of hard work. You can be and do anything you want to, man. We are all proof right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite saying: the harder I work, the luckier I get.
Hey man, that's a good
And
one.
something that was spoken yesterday a few times was, you're never gonna catch up.
Yeah.
You'll never catch up.
Yep.
Just know that you're always gonna be behind.
I think when you catch up, you go out of business.
Catch up, you're dead. You should always be striving for something, and when you do attain a goal, that by that point it should have been pushed out. You know, your goal should always be further out. And similar goes with the end of a motorcycle. When you think you're done, you know you want to add something else. You know you need a little more time. You always find something.
Yeah, it's never
No
done.
matter how extreme you go with it or how little you do to it, you still feel like it's never done. It's normal.
That is
Just
fact.
hear that now. It's normal. You're not alone.
Harley Davidson, you buy it for the personality, and you buy it for the reason of making it you.
Yeah.
And that is the ability, and that's the love and the passion that I have for Harley Davidson, because I can buy a bike that I may necessarily talk a bunch of shit about, but by the time I'm done with it, I'm going to love that thing because it's going to be me. And I'm going to build it into how I want it. And that you can't really do that with anything else.
Yeah, you're very limited on lots of other platforms, but Harley, like the aftermarket support for it. Look at
We
the
are
Sportster,
support for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Harley Davidson is the canvas of your soul. Go out there and
Ooh,
That's
Print
a good
that.
one.
Put
Yeah,
it
that's
on
a
a
good one.
t-shirt.
Someone print that for sure.
yeah, if you print it, I'm taking 5%.
Ryan Cruiser.
Everything.
Yeah.
Billy Lane had a couple good ones yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Harleys don't make it to the junkyard or something like that.
So I mean, if you're watching this too and you don't own a Harley Davidson, maybe you're just a fan, you like to watch the channel, then enjoy it. Come along for the ride. Maybe we inspire you to get on a motorcycle. Maybe
Any
we don't.
motorcycle, really.
Ride what you ride your own ride, have fun. Big thanks, yeah, like Sean was saying, to everybody involved. Greatly appreciate it. It's a very long list. And hit subscribe on both the channels. If you guys want some Kruesi parts,
KruesiOriginals.com. You can win a bike.
if you guys want some Blockhead stuff, blockheadmotor.com. We got some tricks up the loose sleeves. We got some tricks up the tight sleeves.
That's right. Talking. Take 47.